Hello students, good morning and assalamu alaikum. I hope you all are fine and doing well. Today we are going to revise chapter number 4 of geography, that is minerals and natural resources of the Muslim world. As we know that the Muslim world and the Muslim countries are so rich in natural resources, this is how and why the colonizers, the Britishers, and the Western powers wanted to control these Muslim countries. Now, these natural resources play a very important part in the exports of the Muslim world across the whole world and also in developing the industries in the Muslim world. If we talk about the oil and natural gas, the Muslim world produces a third of the world's output of oil and 15% of the natural gas. Most of their sources, especially gas, that is being discovered in the Pakistan. Talking about the Iraq, which has the huge reserves of oil, about the third in order after Saudi Arabia, and Iran is the second one. Today, there are so many political reasons due to which Iraq is banned from exporting the oil except of a very small quantity or a small amount. But if Iraq were allowed to export that all the oil that it has, then the Islamic world would produce more than half of the total world supply. The other Muslim countries such as Bahrain, Qatar and Abu Dhabi in the UAE, they also produce a very large amount of oil. 9% of the world's oil reserves are in Abu Dhabi and 5% of natural gas reserves are also there. In 2007, Pakistan produced about 22.6 million barrels of crude oil, but that is not that big amount because Saudi Arabia pumps out this amount after every 2 days. Here is a pie chart, and also in the columns you can see the Islamic countries that produces the oil and the gas. In this world, the USA is the second largest producer of oil, but it consumes and it uses the oil twice as much as it produces. So for this reason it has shortage of oil and it has to import the oil from the other countries. In the Muslim world, Iran comes in the top 15 consumers of oil, but it produces 3 times as much as it uses. This oil can be used to run the industries and also to turn the seawater into the fresh water. This oil can also be used to refine the other raw materials such as thick black sludge that comes from the ground into petrol, and so many chemicals can be taken out from it and they can be used in different things such as cosmetics, clothing, fertilizers, paints and medicines. You can see how these different materials, these different chemicals can be used to make different things in this picture. If we talk about the coal, it is a very cheap material that can be used as a fuel. In the Muslim world, the country that produces the oil about 10th highest of the total world's output is Kazakhstan. There are also some high quality coal deposits in the area of Pakistan that is called as Thar. Now the minerals and other products of the Muslim world you can see in this table. There are the Muslim countries and the products that they produce according to the world ranking where they stand. You can see everything in this table. You may have heard the name of copper wires because they are a very good conductor, or rather I would say they are the best conductors of electricity. Copper is largely used in the electrical industry to make wires, cables, and so many other components. It is used in the devices and the components which are used to generate the power and the electricity. Many countries mix the copper with other metals to make the coins for themselves. It was that material which was used in the early ages in the time of Mohenjo-daro and Harappa, and this copper is mixed with other metal to make a metal that is called as bronze, that is a very hard and strong metal. Bronze objects were discovered after the excavation at the Mohenjo-daro, which was around 2500 BCE. If we talk about the largest producer, the third largest producer in the world, that is in Indonesia. You might be familiar with a lead pencil. How is a lead pencil made? It is made up of lead, which is used in making the motor car batteries and also in X-ray equipments to protect the doctors and nurses from the X-rays that are very dangerous. Lead is also used in making the buildings and also for making the bullets. Talking about the total world supply, 6% of it is produced by Muslims and Muslim countries. Talking about another metal, that is zinc. Zinc is a metal that is used to plate the thin iron or the steel sheets, which are also used as a cheap form of roofing. Zinc is a metal that will not rust, and it prevents the iron beneath it from doing so. This material or this metal is also used in making the torch batteries, and it can also be used in different medicines. If we talk about the Muslim countries, Kazakhstan ranks the ninth in the world for the zinc production. The next metal which is produced in the Muslim world is the nickel. This is a very valuable metal, and it is also used just like zinc to coat the steel objects or the metal objects from stopping them from rusting. It is used in the bicycles or the bumpers of the cars. It is a very shiny material, and also it is used to make some silver coins. Talking about the country in the Muslim world, that is Indonesia, it ranks in the fourth largest producer of the nickel in the world. Coming towards the gold, that is a very precious metal, but it is not only used for making the jewelry. Nowadays, today in this time, gold is having much more importance than just being used in a jewelry. Now it is used all over the world in making conductors, as it is the best conductor of electricity. Also, it is used in making scientific equipments and in connectors in computers and other electronic equipment. Gold is also used in the satellites, and also it is sometimes used in making the artificial teeth. You might have seen. The Muslim countries Indonesia and Uzbekistan ranks at the 7th and the 9th position in the top 10 producers of the Muslims world. Talking about the next metal, that is silver. This metal is used in different things besides making jewelry. It is also used in cutlery and silverware, dishes, cups, trays, etc. It is also used in computers because it has a very good capacity of conducting the electricity. Once there was a time when it was used as the main chemical in photographic films, but today most cameras record the images on the digital strips. Silver is used in the manufacturing of the many chemicals. It was also used in making the coins in the past, but now today it is considered a very soft material for this. In the Muslim world, Kazakhstan ranks at the ninth among the world's largest producers of silver. So these were some of the natural resources uh, which plays a very important role in the exports of the Muslim world and in the production of different things and developing the industries of Muslim worlds. I hope that all these things are clear to you now, students, and you've got an increase in your knowledge. With a prayer that Allah keeps us all safe and healthy during this time, I would like to say goodbye now. Take a lot of care of yourselves and the people around you. Allah Hafiz.